Yeah. Okay. This is just going to be a quick blog for today. I was spent the last few days. I'm starting to read Robert Kiyosaki's "Retire Young, Retire Rich." See if you can see his name down there. um, and he talks about how he worked on creating businesses and creating passive income, and that's definitely one of my goals in life is to create enough passive income so I can not have to worry about the bills, but be able to still work on businesses because that's just what I enjoy doing. I enjoy coming up with these ideas. What I don't enjoy is not being able to go anywhere with them, and then having several different business ideas that are actually pretty good. Some are not so good, but others are actually pretty good business ideas. And I've been told that, not just by family and friends. um, and what's irritating is having these ideas and just not being able to go anywhere with them. And I think that's more a limitation than I'm placing. I'm sure it's extremely possible to follow through with every business idea that I have. I'm just haven't found out how to do that. I've tried to hire people to work on each idea, but unfortunately, my financials are not that great at the moment. So hiring people costs a little more money than I have, um, and I'm definitely working on it. Though I'll find a way around it. I'll probably look for some financing. Um, Maybe build some business plans for each idea, like actual business plans on paper, really nice business plans, and maybe I'll go out and get some financing for those and be able to start it that way. Unfortunately, with as many ideas as I have, sometimes it's a little difficult to concentrate on one long enough to get, I concentrate on one for 2 or 3 hours and I'm going on to the next one, then I think of a new one, and then, yeah. Um, but I am currently working on one idea that's very important to me. I've had some book ideas, and I've got 4 books that I want to put out there right now. And one of them I'm working on currently with a co-author. Uh, and that one is really important to me. And we're really working hard to get it out there. I mean, I am coming up with some issues on getting it all funded and getting it to a self-publisher because I'm a new author. Um, but we'll get it out there, and the book will. It's a very well written book, and I have to thank my co-author for that, because she's taken the ideas that I've discussed with her, the theories that I've had, and the way I wanted the book to go, and she's turning it into a really good book. Um, and I definitely have found someone that I'm hoping maybe she'll work with me on my other 3 that I have in my head here. um, but I guess just one thing, my point that I'm wanting to make with this blog is I don't know if I really have a point. I'm just kind of putting things out there. I'm definitely going towards, I have the rich mindset. I believe that anything can be done. I don't believe that we can't afford something. I just think you got to find a way to afford it. You got to find a way to do it. And I read a quote in the book that I'm reading, obviously, Retire Young, Retire Rich, and I'm not advertising that. I don't sell it or anything. Yes, he says, the bad thing about a job is it gets in the way of being rich. I say that as I'm sitting at my job, which you can't really see the whole office here, but I don't want to lift up the entire computer to pan around, but it's um, it's definitely a challenge to work towards being rich and work towards those passive incomes. But you know what? Every one of us has ideas. Every one of us has something that can turn into a brilliant business, a brilliant invention, a brilliant book, a brilliant movie, whatever. Um, the thing is follow through, and finding a way to make that happen instead of letting your hurdles or whatever hold you back. And, obviously writing a book was out of the question for me because, as I talked about in previous blogs, it hurts to type. I mean, it really hurts to type with my, nerve issue and stuff like that. And it would have taken me, 10 years to put together a book. And so, I went out there and I found a way around it. I found someone who's willing to co-author the book with me. And it wasn't easy finding the right person. And I was lucky in finding someone who's really willing to help me out there. And it's I think that's the point I'm trying to make here is, if you've got an idea, if you don't think it's possible, that you're making that a self-fulfilling prophecy. Find a way around whatever that's holding you back. If you're working and you don't have time to do it, we all have time. Find areas that you can make some time. Stop sitting on the couch watching American Idol. Oh yeah, it's a great show or whatever you happen to be watching, but is it getting you anywhere? Is it getting you toward your dreams? Or is it, helping add some pounds on as you sit on the couch? I don't know. I'm not one to talk, but I think that's just what, people need to realize is no matter what's holding you back, there's a way around it, there's a way over it, there's a way through it. You just got to figure it out. Sometimes it's not easy, but as long as you're trying and you're working to figure it out instead of stopping because you don't want to face that challenge, then I think you're moving forward. As long as you're trying to find a way around it. Sooner or later, you'll figure it out. If it's meant to be, if you're in the position you need to be to start following that, like mentally, as to, that you're in a place that you don't want to be and you want to move forward, then I don't think there's anything that can stop anyone. Like me, one of the things, as I talked about earlier in this blog, is I have several ideas and I never know where to start. So I'm working on finding a way around that. I haven't found it yet. I still drive myself nuts, when I come up with a new idea, and I still have 5 others or 10 others I'm still trying to figure out. And yeah, I haven't figured out my way around it, but I'm not sitting here thinking, well, you know what, too many ideas, let's just let them sit on the couch and do nothing. I'm just going to put them aside because I'm not in a position I can work on them. That ain't what I'm doing. I am going out there and I'm trying to find a way. I put out ads to see if I can find someone who'd be willing to work on these ideas after I develop them. And, so far that hasn't panned out, but I haven't quit. I haven't been working on it as much as I should, but I haven't quit. Obviously, I work, 36 hours a week, but that ain't stopping me. Obviously, I have a pretty nice job where I can work on some things when I'm here, once I get everything done, but I'm not letting anything stop me, and neither should you. I'm sitting here trying to figure out ways to get my ideas to come to reality. I'm working on a book. I have a co-author that's helping me. I have expenses that are coming with that book that I haven't figured out how I'm going to pay yet, but I'm still moving forward. I'm still working to get there. I haven't stopped because I can't afford it. I haven't stopped because I can't figure out a way around it. I'm thinking constantly, how do I figure this out? I'm talking to people that I know are interested in investing in businesses. I'm talking to people I don't know who are interested in investing in businesses. I created a business plan for the book so I can have some marketing and find someone to maybe help me with that. These are steps that, if I had given up, I would have never got to. And maybe they're just the stepping stones to actually get to the book being published. And, after that, each step I'm taking, it's helping me realize, that I can do this in my other ideas. And I think once you start moving forward on your idea or your invention or whatever it is that you dream about, you'll start noticing that one step leads to another. You know, if you tried something and it fails, it isn't a failure. I mean, you might consider it a failure. Others might consider it a failure, but it's not a failure. It's a stepping stone. It's a lesson learned, because if that didn't work, you now know that was the wrong way to go. And it might have led you to the right way. It might have pointed out something that's going to help you in the next step. Um, I don't know the exact quote, but Thomas Edison, when he was inventing the light bulb, someone asked him, it took him like 2,000 and some odd tries to actually get a light bulb to work. And they asked, how did you, get past all that? And he says, I didn't find 2,000 ways to fail. I found 2,000 ways not to make a light bulb. And that's not the exact quote. I think it's pretty close, but it's very true. As you're moving towards your goals, you're going to find a lot of ways not to do it. But the thing is, it only takes one right way to do it. And once you find that right way, you're moving forward. Now, if you 2 or 3 times in and you failed those 2 or 3 times, and you're like, I want to keep going. I'm not succeeding. How do you know you're not succeeding? Because you failed a few times. I mean, you could have learned in those 3 times, if you were paying attention and learning from each failure. You might have learned how to make an even better product than what you had originally thought of. And then you quit, and you're starting right back over if you start back up. The moment you quit, you're done. Every bit of growth that you had, if you didn't learn from it, if you just decided that it was a failure after failure and you didn't move forward from that, then you failed. If you quit. So what you need to do is just keep moving forward, keep building on each idea. Each failure moves you forward towards success. And, who knows how many times you're going to have to get knocked down to figure it out. I mean, do you think that, using an example, that the professional athletes, do you think they just start out with natural talent? No. I mean, they might have better coordination than others, but they train way more than the average person. These football stars and basketball stars, they're not just going out to play the game, after sitting in their mansions for a week. They go out there and they train really hard every flippin' day so that they can play the best game when it comes game day. Okay? And the singers, people that succeed like that, or the people on American Idol, or the people that win these contests for their wonderful voice, do you think that they just, one day they woke up, hey, I sing pretty good in the shower. I think I'm going to go jump onto American Idol. I'm going to try out for that. That ain't true. They sit there and they sing every day. They've learned how to sing. They've sang at bars. They've tried everything they can to make it. And they finally got to the point where they've improved their voice so much, or they've improved whatever, to the point that when they got on American Idol, they won. And it wasn't because of chance. It wasn't because of, luck. It's because they took those steps. Every failure was a moving forward, was a stepping stone. And they didn't let that stop them. They just kept moving forward. They didn't let failure stop them. They let it improve them. And as they improved, they were able to get the talent so that they could be the winner on American Idol. But I'm going to go ahead and end this blog here because my neighbors in the other office have decided to pound the shit out of the walls. I don't know why, but sorry for the cuss word, my bad. But I'm going to go ahead and end this blog. Hopefully it helped. Hopefully there was some golden nuggets in there. And I have gone on 14 minutes here. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next blog.